Welcome back to Fitchburg Firehouse 2 for our episode of Cooking in the Firehouse. My name is Rob Kunze, and this is Kara Hoerr, and we're going to be from HyVee, and we're going to be putting out a couple new recipes for you. And what are we going to be cooking today?
Yeah, thanks. So today we're going to make cauliflower buffalo wings with a blue cheese avocado dip. Right now it's football season, and I know it's always fun to have all the appetizers, but this is something that will lighten it up a little bit, having the cauliflower instead of the chicken wings. So not that chicken is bad, but this is just something a little bit lighter in case you want to have a big spread. It's a good way to get some vegetables in for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to keep it simple. We're going to start with making the batter for the cauliflower. So maybe I'll have you get started here.
Okay.
I'll get your hands in there. Why don't we start off, if you want to pour in this is the flour here.
Okay.
I used a white whole wheat flour. Just go ahead and pour it right into the bowl.
Okay. Now, if we wanted to do this for people that have to be gluten-free, could we also do this recipe for them?
Yep, definitely. So you just do flour that would be for a gluten-free flour.
Okay.
Any flour would be fine, just because we're not actually baking with it. It's just a coating.
Okay,
so that would be great. And then why don't you go ahead, and we have garlic powder there, about a couple teaspoons of that, and then just mix that up a little bit. And this will be the batter, and then we have a cup of water, and why don't you go ahead and pour that in as well. I'm making you do all the work today.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm good at this.
And then go ahead and mix that up just until it's smooth.
All right.
And then we'll go ahead and put the cauliflower in there. So I'm just using these cauliflower florets. I got a little lazy. You could definitely use a full head of cauliflower and cut it all up. But this is something, if you're in a rush and you want to get something on the table fast, just grab these and they're already made up for you. That's looking really good. So I'm just going to pour these in. And I'm going to do 2 bags, about 20 or 24 ounces.
All right. You want me to stir those up then?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and do that?
So I know it's kind of with this recipe, it's a simple recipe that even some of our older kids could make for a healthy meal if they wanted to.
Definitely, yeah, this is something you could definitely get your kids involved, just because it's so simple and easy, and something that they could have fun making, for sure. And the cauliflower is just a nice source of fiber too, so fills you up a little bit more than all the other appetizers that you might have on game day.
Okay.
That's looking really good. So I already sprayed a pan here with aluminum foil, or laid it with aluminum foil and sprayed it with cooking spray. So why don't we go ahead and just pour that on. And you're really clean with using the spoon, but we can also get your hands dirty in there too if we needed to, but that's looking really good.
Okay.
So go ahead and spread that out. One thing when we're baking any kind of vegetable, we don't want anything to really touch, because once it starts touching, it starts to steam. And we really want to roast the vegetable, so we want it to have room to breathe a little bit. And some of these cauliflower might be a little bit large, so you can always cut those if you'd like. But otherwise, those work just fine. Good to have uniform pieces just so they all cook evenly. Sure. This will be just fine for today. So we're just going to throw this in the oven.
All right.
And that'll be in there for about 18 to 20 minutes at 450 degrees. So while we wait for that, we'll work on the avocado blue cheese dip. So I'm actually gonna switch you spots. Right. Yeah. So one thing that is nice about this dip is a lot of times when you use the blue cheese dip, you're using cream cheese, right? Mm-hmm. So this one, instead of that, we're using Greek yogurt and then avocado to give that creaminess. Okay. So one thing I'm going to show you, a lot of times people are scared about cutting an avocado or how to cut it an easy way. So this is a trick that I have. First, you want to get an avocado that's soft to the touch, one that gives a little bit, yeah. And then I cut it one way, and then I cut it the other way before opening it up. Do you like avocado?
Love avocado.
Awesome.
Yes, yes.
And then that way it makes it really easy. It just comes right off of the pit. So just like that. And then it also peels really easily.
Right.
So that makes it, yeah. And then we're just going to throw them in the bowl there. And that will help a lot.
Okay.
Great. So I'm going to start mashing this. And then if you wanted to pour about 1 container of plain Greek yogurt. And this gives it the creaminess from the fat of the avocado and the Greek yogurt, but it's giving you a little bit more nutrients than just the cream cheese that you would typically get. And then as I'm doing this, you might as well, I have a little bit of black pepper there.
Okay.
Throw that in. We have some garlic cloves that are already minced, so go ahead and put that in. And then a little bit of lemon juice. That'll just brighten it up a little bit and also help prevent the avocado from browning. So yeah, that'll be good. So what do you think the firehouse will think of this recipe?
I think they'll like this. I mean, I know on my shift I have a couple of our guys that we love avocados and we like cauliflower, so kind of spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Spice with when we're going to use some of the red hot sauce.
Yep,
I mean,
the Buffalo Wild.
Give it a little flavor. And I like that because, you know, sometimes cauliflower can be
a little plain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of giving it a little flavor, it makes people, you know, want to eat it too and try it.
Yep, exactly. And the buffalo sauce really is low calorie. It's just the only thing we want to watch out for that is the sodium level.
Sure,
so
sure.
Still watch the portion size, but it's definitely a better alternative than some other things you could use.
Excellent.
All right, that's looking really, really well mashed up now. Go ahead and add in, this is where you can kind of, do you like blue cheese?
Love blue cheese.
All right, so why don't we
all about the cheese.
Put in about, you can start pouring and I'll kind of tell you when to stop. About 2 to 4 tablespoons, but this is something that you can definitely tailor to how much you want, but that's looking great. Right. So we'll just kind of mix that up together. And then this you can actually make ahead of time as well. So if it's game day and you want to have this ready to go, you can make this the day before and then just keep it in the fridge.
Okay.
Or if you're at the firehouse and you want to have, this would be great dip just on salads or something.
Just with some tortilla chips or something like
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Try
Yep.
something different.
So that is good to go, and now we just have to wait on the cauliflower.
Excellent.
All right. So we pull them out of the oven after about 18 to 20 minutes here. And then we just need to pour on the buffalo sauce. So I did already melt about a tablespoon of butter, 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter with the buffalo sauce. So it is a little bit warm. And then we're just gonna drizzle this on. And if you like a lot of buffalo sauce, you could definitely add a little bit more. But again, we're just watching that sodium.
Sodium.
Yep. And then we're just gonna mix this up a little bit. You can definitely smell the buffalo sauce with that. And then this will need to go in the oven for another 5 minutes or so just to really heat it up, but you don't want to we just need to watch it a little bit just so the buffalo sauce doesn't burn. All right, so we are ready for this to come out of the oven. Let's go ahead and grab that plate and I'll just put a few on. We'll just do a few there and then this would be potentially good drizzled on top too.
Okay, or you can just dip it right in there if you wanted to.
Yep.
All right.
So there you go.
Let's try it out here. It looks awesome. It smells good. Sauce in there.
Good way to blend the hotness and the spiciness of the buffalo sauce, but then that avocado and the blue cheese really tames it down. And
it's awesome. Yeah, I love the sauce with the cauliflower. It gives it a little flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
perfect.
Good. Very good.
Well, something that may be a new addition to the firehouse now.
I think we'll be making it on my next shift.
Sounds good.
All right.